Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video I am going to cover one more topic that is based on Docker. Okay, so before moving forward towards Kubernetes, we need to understand some basic concept of Docker also. Okay, so if you don't know about Docker, okay, it is difficult to understand the concept of Kubernetes. Okay, because the base of Kubernetes is Docker only. Okay, and the base of Docker is virtualization concept. Okay, so you also need to understand the concept of virtualization. Okay, so let's start with the concept of virtualization first. Okay, so suppose you have a one big machine. Okay, and let me draw some architecture here so it will be easy to you to understand the concept of Docker and virtualization also. So suppose this is your big machine. Okay, here this is your big machine. In that particular big machine you can consider this as a big server. Okay, so in that particular big machine the first layer is involved, that is called your hardware layer. Okay, this is your hardware layer, and over that hardware layer we have one more layer, that is called what, operating system layer. Okay, I will explain this concept also in detail so it will be easy what are these types of layer. Okay, so this is your OS layer, and upon the OS layer we are installing some hypervisor. Okay, so we are installing some hypervisor, and this is your hypervisor. So suppose if you are going to launch any EC2 machine. Okay, if you are going to launch some EC2 instance, that is called VM. Suppose you want to launch any VM, then what happens in background? Basically in background Amazon also using the concept of virtualization concept. Okay, so suppose if you are going to launch any virtualization yeah, any VM, this is, suppose this is your VM, that particular VM, okay, will have some hardware also. Okay, hardware configuration also, got it? So and over that hardware you are installing some operating system also. Okay, you are over that particular VM, over that particular EC2, you also installing some operating system also. Okay, so that operating system, that is called AMI. Okay, Amazon Machine Image. Okay, that you are installing over your EC2, and after that you are installing your application. That is the concept, right? Suppose you have running any HTML application, what you need to do, you required some server. Okay, that server is called EC2. Okay, that EC2, once you are going to launch your server, you need to configure your configuration. Means how much CPU and memory you required, how many RAM is required. That is, you are taking the configuration, and over that you are also required some customize or any uh, OS that need to be run your application. Okay, so once your server will get created, you are launching your application. Got it? That is the concept, right? And you can easily run your application here. Okay, so this particular hardware is taking care by, it is taking from this hardware layer. Means this, suppose this is one big machine and this is your EC2 machine, that is called your VM. Okay, So these parts are managing by to whom? This part is managing by Amazon itself. Okay, and this VM is basically sharing the hardware of physical machine. This is your physical machine. This is your physical machine, and this EC2 is this particular VM is basically sharing the hardware of your physical machine. Okay, so what is virtualization? Virtualization means we are creating virtual server using hypervisor virtualization concept by sharing the hardware of your physical machine. Got it? And in Amazon also following the virtualization concept, that is called your Gen and you know Nitro, Night Pro, I think that is mean that particular hypervisor Amazon is using in their background. Okay, and this approach is also calling as monolithical approach. Means here we are installing one server. In that particular one server we installing one application. Means one application one server concept is there. Okay, if we have 100 servers, we then we need to install 100 server over here. Okay, so suppose your server, your application size is 200 MB, but once you are going to create your VM, you required hardware and OS, so that overall taking around 8 GB. So to run that 200 MB application, to run that 200 MB application, you are wasting, you know, too much configurations. Means you are utilizing 8 GB of uh, configuration. Why? Because if you are going to install any operating system, you require some dependency also. That dependency also required some packages, and that unnecessary package you are installing in your OS. That's why its size is getting increased every time. If you are installing uh, any OS over the EC2 VM. Okay. Suppose your application is HTML application, and if you are going to, deploy that HTML application, okay, we required means the unnecessary dependency also is getting installed also. Okay, that is called Python. Okay, so you may pay also that amount of storage. Okay, that's why if you are choosing any, suppose if you have any virtual VMware. Okay, this is, suppose this is your VMware. Here if you see that, if you are going to see the size of the OS, here you can see the size of OS which is you are going to install. The size is around 4 GB. Okay, you can see this, and in that particular OS you are launching your application. Maybe it is 200 MB, 500 MB, but you are installing 4 GB size of operating system. Why? Because unnecessary dependency is also uh, tagged in this particular ISO file. Okay, that's why its size is getting is increased. So now, so what Docker is saying, that Docker is saying that if you are going to install any application, if you are going to install your any application, any in your particular VM, you don't need to launch or deploy your application directly in your operating system. First you need to install Docker upon this operating system, and then you need to create container, and inside that container you can launch or deploy your application. Okay, that is the concept of Docker. That's why, let me show you, let me draw one diagram also, one more diagram, so it will be easy to understand what is the concept of Docker. Okay, so let me draw one more diagram. So this diagram, the first layer is called your hardware layer. Second layer is operating system, but if you are talking about the AWS, they are installing directly some hypervisor over that hardware layer. Okay, so I'm not going in much detail of that particular EC2 virtualization concept because it is taken care by Amazon itself. We don't need to worry about this concept of AWS virtualization. So this is your hardware layer. Over that hardware layer, we are installing, you know, that cloud hypervisor. Okay, that is taking care, and over that I am going to launch our what our EC2. Okay, and that particular EC2 is also having some hardware that is already explained. In that hardware you are installing operating system. Okay, that is called your AMI. This is your hardware, this is your AMI, that is your operating system. And Docker is saying that Docker will, you need to, if you are going to install your application, you don't need to install directly application over the operating system here. You first need to install Docker over that AMI. You need to install Docker here. Okay, you need to install Docker here, and over the Docker you need to, you need to create container. You need to create container, and inside that container you can launch your launch your application. And here inside container hardware will be there. Okay, because you are creating separate machine here. Now it is just like a individual machine, you can see that. Okay, so this is your, suppose this is your Flipkart application. That Flipkart application login page is there, mobile page is there. Okay, and cart option is there, na, where you are adding your products. Okay, so suppose this is your login, this is your login application, this is your login application, and this is your, okay, cart, and this is your mobile section is there. Okay, so mobile sections are there. So if you click that login page, you will see some login related information. If you go in card, then you will see the card related application. And if you are going to click on mobile, then you can see multiple, options, multiple available mobiles are there. So you can see that there are three types of application running. Okay, but here some hardware we need to configure also. Here also hardware, hardware, and over that particular hardware we are installing some AMI, that is your operating system. You can say this is your operating system. Okay, so this is your basically Let me remove this. This is not a, this is your customized operating system. Let me remove this. This is your OS. Over that hardware we are installing OS. Okay, and then we are installing our application, that is your here login. This is your cart and this is your mobile. Okay, got it. So and this particular hardware is using the capacity of this hardware. This is your EC2. Okay, this is your EC2 machine. Okay, this is your EC2 machine, and this hardware is taking by this physical machine. This OS is not going to take it from here. This is not going to take it from here, because if you are going to take this OS from here, then definitely if it is window or running or ubuntu running, definitely this will install inside your docker, but it is, we require some independent OS. Okay, so from where this OS is coming? This OS is coming from Docker Hub. Okay, we are installing this operating system is from Docker Hub. Okay, and that operating system is very lightweighted. How it is lightweighted? You can see this particular Ubuntu image is around 4 GB. But if you are going to, that, let me show you. If you are going to official website of Docker, that is your Docker Hub, and if you see this image image size of your Docker, let me refresh this page. Okay, okay, now if you are going to search here Ubuntu, okay, if you are going to search Ubuntu, if you click here tags, now see this. How much size is there? 29.23 MB only. But here the size is around 4 GB. So both image are related with Ubuntu, but here size is 29 MB. And why it is 29? Because we are not going to install unnecessary dependency here. That's why the Docker is called lightweighted. Okay, got it? So Docker will provide the containerization platform, that is your called container. Okay, so we need to install the Docker inside the EC2 instances. Okay, so the environment which Docker provide is called container. So this environment is called container. Got it? And the container is same like VM, but this container is same like VM. You can see this hardware is it operative, but this is independent. The OS which is running is independent. Okay, and the hardware is sharing with your EC2 instance. Okay, so if you are going to launch our application inside operating system, then we can customize your operating system also. Okay, we can write our Docker file also, that is your called customized Docker file. In that customized Docker file, what will be there? Your OS will be there and application is there. Means you can download your operating system from Docker Hub, or you can write your Docker file inside particular Docker file. You can write your application as well as, and also you can download, write a command to uh, get the operating system from Docker Hub and customize as per your requirement. Okay, So suppose we are creating multiple container. Here we are creating multiple container. We required also what? Load balancer. Why we require load balancer here? We required load balancer to increase or decrease our size of container. Okay. So suppose, let me paste one. Okay. Okay. So suppose this is your EC2 machine. Okay. In that particular EC2 machine, if we require high availability, okay, Docker will create container. Okay. And that container, if we required high availability, means suppose down this container will down, we don't want to interrupt our login services, then immediately one more container will get create. Okay. So that managing thing is taking care by which component? That is called Kubernetes. Okay. That is called Kubernetes. Got it? And we are also creating same copy of your application here. Okay. Let me copy this and paste it here. Let me show you here. Here, if this particular VM will down, okay, so automatically your application will also run in this particular VM also. Okay. So this particular high availability we can achieve by with the help of auto scaling group. Okay. That we will achieve with the help of auto scaling group, that is called ASG. Got it? That is maintaining by Kubernetes. And now suppose suppose you want to give access your application to outside your world. You want to give access, you this suppose this these are the some, there are some persons are there. Okay. Here they want to access your application, then how you are going to achieve this? You need to create load balancer. That load balancer will provide, you know, the access. This person want to access, then we need to create here load balancer also. We need to create load balancer also. Got it? And load balancer is creating by Kubernetes. Okay. Kubernetes create a load balancer using by service.yml file. Okay, means scaling plus ALB both we can achieve with the help of Kubernetes. Okay, but in if you are going to in monolithical approach, we need to create it manually. Okay, so to run the suppose we need to run our Python application. Okay, so we need to install our Python, we need to and copy our code over that particular server. We have to create the server and we need to install our Java also, then we are going to run our Python application. Okay. So same thing, if I want to do with the help of Docker, then what we need to do? We need to do the same task, but we are going to install our application inside your Docker here. We need to deploy in server, or we need to deploy our application in server, or we can also use the help of Docker also. Okay, we need to install Docker. Okay, for that we required EC2. Okay, so if one container will delete here or down here, automatically one container will create, and that will create by Kubernetes. Got it? And this particular failure concept is called what? This is called failure routing. Okay, this concept is called failure routing. Means suppose this container will down, automatically one container will create, and that concept is called suppose this is your container, let me show you. Suppose this is your container, this container will down, automatically one container will create. Okay, and that creation, that logic is called failure routing, and that is taken care by Kubernetes. And Got it? How it is taken care by Kubernetes? There is a concept of self-healing concept in Kubernetes. If we will understand, we will go with Kubernetes, then we will learn the that self-healing concept also. So what self-healing concept is there? If one container will automatically, Kubernetes is able to create multiple container and delete also based on our self-healing capacity. Okay. So this means Kubernetes here managing your container. Okay. And for the node level high availability, what we required? We required auto scaling group. Node level high availability. Suppose this particular node will down. Okay, we can achieve this particular node with the help of auto scaling group. Okay, got it? So this is the basic concept of Docker. Okay, let me tell you what is the Docker file. Okay, so that it will be also easy for you to understand the Docker file. So first of all, if you are going to if you are going to write any Docker file, okay, or what are the things required? You required operating system required. Okay, operating system required. You need to install Python. Okay, you require Python. You need to copy your code also. Okay, then once you copy your code inside your uh, application, you need to run that particular code, run the code also. And these things which we are writing inside your file, that file is called what? Docker file. That file is called Docker file. Means if we will write the instruction like we required operating system, we need to install our application, we need to copy our code, and then we need to run our code. This combination is called Docker file. Got it? So if you write your Docker file, what we need to do? Next step is you need to build. You need to build Docker file. You need to build your Docker file. Once you will build your Docker file, the Docker image will create. So that is your customized image. Okay. So we again run that particular image, Docker image. Then if we run that Docker image, then what will create? Container. Container will create, and container, inside container what will be there? Inside container application is will be there. Okay, and application will be there, and it is the combination of your os plus application. Got it? And we want to give access. Okay, if we want to give our container access to outside, what we will require? Container give also a what? IP address. Okay, IP address. Using that particular IP address, we can access container, okay, from outside, okay, or inside as per our requirement. And that container is lightweighted and less dependency, less and very fast responsible. We can also say that container is less dependency will be there, light light weighted, okay, and it is very fast response if you are going to use your container. Okay, I think it is clear now. So what will be there? If you are going to install your Docker, you need to, once you install the Docker, you need to container that I have created. You need to create container. Got it? How container will create? You required how can let me crop it here again. Suppose, okay, copy. So now if once you install your Docker inside your operating system and you required container, so how container will create? To create container you required what? You required Docker file. Okay, so how Docker file you are going to create? You need to run some instruction inside your Docker file, that which type of operating system required, how many, which type of application you are going to install. Okay, and you also required your code which are you are going to run inside that Docker file. Okay, so one Docker file will be created. You need to build that Docker file. One Docker file will be get Docker image will get created. Okay, so after that we need to run that particular image. Then container will be created, and that container will contain the application that is also contain the application as well as operating system. Got it? And container, if we want to give access container to outside our world, then we require a service concept. Okay, that is managing by Kubernetes service.yml. We need to mention that some concept like I will go later of that Kubernetes concept also. And that particular image is very lightweighted, very fast responding, and very less dependency, because we are going to customize your role. We don't you know involving multiple dependency inside our operating system. Okay, inside our regulation. So till now what we will understand, what is the concept of Docker, what is the concept of that particular hypervisor and that virtualization concept, how EC2 is using your virtualization concept to launch any EC2. And in my next video I will tell you the concept how you are going to install your operating Docker inside your EC2, and I will also explain the some commands that is used to run your container. Okay, so I am going to close my video. Let's meet in my next video. Bye bye, take care.